everyone, welcome back to the channel for a review I am so excited about. I have the Pumpkinhead 1/6 scale collectible figure by Syndicate Collectibles. Pumpkinhead, based on the original Pumpkinhead from that first movie directed by the legendary Stan Winston. This is pretty much a dream come true. I've been collecting horror icons in 1/6 scale for years now and always dreamed of having a 1/6 scale Pumpkinhead. A few people have attempted it in custom figure form, but this is an official release. Gotta say a massive thank you to Jerry at Syndicate Collectibles for allowing me to do this nice early review on their product. I'm going to be brutally honest as always. It's a pretty simple figure, but it does come with 3 heads. 3 head sculpts. Let's take a look at him in the box. Okay, collector friendly if you want to display him like that. It looks fantastic just in the box, to be fair, with the 2 different head sculpts on either side. The figure displays really well. Thank you for the assist with holding the door open to the original McFarlane Pumpkinhead from, gosh, decades ago. This, I think, was the very first Pumpkinhead figure. So look how far we've come in 2024. Syndicate Collectibles have delivered something that we've dreamed of for decades. They have also made the 1/12 scale figure as well of this. I think it was quite limited. You had to get it at the Comic-Con event or one of those events, but they came with, I think it was limited to 250, and you got Tom Woodruff Jr.'s signature with the figure, and he helped with the making of this, you know, just making sure it was as accurate as possible, which is very cool. And over there on the shelf you can see another Pumpkinhead piece by Syndicate Collectibles. That's an incredible statue. They also made it in quarter scale. So I love that piece. That's one of my just recent purchases, but an absolute prized possession. I know it will be something I'd never part with. The pose, the sculpt is so good. That also comes with 3 different heads. Back of the box, keeping it simple. Just got some information here in the center. You've got the official Syndicate Collectibles website there. You go there and order your figures. Officially licensed with MGM. Very nice. Would have been nice to see all the names of the artists involved, like credits on the box, because I'd be curious with something like this in particular, like who sculpted it, who painted it. If you're watching this by any chance, make yourself known in the comments. And on the side of the box we have a very nice simple design again. Love the colouring chosen all throughout the box. But enough about the box, folks. Let's get the Syndicate Collectibles official 1/6 scale Pumpkinhead figure out. Set him free! And now we are in the presence of something truly evil. This is amazing, guys. This is really, really, really accurate looking. And good sturdy figure. Stands straight up on the desk, no problem, thanks to those big old feet of his, planting them on the surface very sturdily. Oh man, this is going to be a fun review. Drop a like on it for me, folks. Hit the like button. It'll help more people find this video and the channel. Subscribe if you haven't done already, and follow me on Instagram at DeanKnight333, so we'll be putting plenty of pictures up on there. Enjoy the review. All the proportions just seem so well thought out and done. I mean, you can really look at it and just see the amount of care that went into every little bit of him, like the arms, the shoulders. It just all looks really, really right. Those damn claws. And the skin stretching over the bone, in between the fingers. It looks really gross and scary. The rib cage has a nice amount of gloss to it, not too much, just enough. And that face. Check out the side profile. I love the eyes. And remember, it's just one of 3 heads. going to be a nightmare trying to decide which one to display him with, because I do love this grin. There's something truly evil about it, but you can't not have the teeth on display. You know, you got these really aggressive ones. You can have the hands outstretched like he's reaching for you. Oh man, look at that. That is incredible. Anyone who's got this on pre-order, or anyone who's thinking about getting it, man, you're in for a massive treat. Literally, it's a nice, big, nice and heavy too. Very satisfying figure. So I tried moving the arms, that was no problem. Turning the head, put the tail on, that was easy. But then I went to move the knee area here, and it wouldn't move for me. I didn't want to force it. I might just get a hairdryer and warm up this area just a little bit, because I'm assuming it's going to be from here, the joint, a big sort of peg that goes up into the leg here. So if that's kind of cold from being shipped here from the US, and I go to move it and it snaps, that would be a very heartbreaking situation. So if you're having trouble moving your knees, maybe just warm them up a little bit with a hairdryer from a distance. Don't get too close to the figure and burn it. But yeah, just try and warm up that section a little bit and gently give them a wiggle. Get the knees to start moving. That's what I'm going to do now. But every other part of him moved fine straight out of the box. Any angle, even like this, it just looks sick. So yes folks, I used a heat gun from a distance and I warmed up those knee joints in particular, and I really had to warm them up and gently just kind of waggle them back and forth, forward and backwards, but not actually bending any joints yet, just getting them warmed up for a bit of movement, and then very carefully start kind of moving them back, but holding on to the areas at both ends, you know, just getting a good, nice, safe grip on it, warm them up, get it nice and soft, and then just give them a good old waggle, and eventually now they've become very manageable. Just the knees were a bit stiff out of the box, so be careful and you shouldn't have any problems. But now we've got some poseability going on, it's time to have some fun. Bumpings in the night, creepings while you're sleepings, and the very reek of vengeance itself, reaching through your window while you sleep. Come and get you, Pumpkinhead's gonna get you, yes. If you've done wrong and he's been summoned, then there's nothing you can do, there's nowhere you can run. He's going to snatch your ass. Pumpkinhead, he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. He's gonna get you. I switched out the head. And we've got the arms outstretched. Not fully outstretched, but it looks pretty scary. I'm coming for you like this, with the open mouth and the wide eyes. I didn't have to heat up the head to remove it, I just worked it off and got the other one on there, that was fine, just did that, easy. Just working with the figure, seeing what it can do, still balancing really well, good and sturdy. And I just swapped out the hand to hold on to the cross, that was very easy to do. Easy to put the cross in the hand and easy to swap the hands in and out. A few height comparisons for you. Here is Pumpkinhead next to Art the Clown in 1/6 scale. Both 1/6 scale figures. And the Art the Clown is originally by Trick or Treat Studios. But this one's been repainted. The head has been, and some other little modifications here and there, but that's basically the Trick or Treat Studios art. And I know which one I would at least like to have coming after me out of these two. I'd take Pumpkinhead any day over this crazy son of a... no thank you. He revels in his work a little bit too much. Pumpkinhead likes to mess with you a little bit too. He might take you up into a tree and kind of hold you by your head and dangle you and then drop you on a rock. But Art the Clown, don't even get me started. But that's how they look side by side. Pretty cool. Two demons. And here's Pumpkinhead next to my custom Tyler Mane Michael Myers from the 2007 movie at the end of the film when he'd been shot in the head. Very gory. But yeah, that's a very tall custom piece right there. 14 inches compared to Pumpkinhead coming in at 17 inches tall. Even though he's good and sturdy on his feet, folks, I would still try and track down some kind of stand to hold him up, to keep him safe. You don't want any accidents. So I'm just going to use this one that came with my custom Eddie Quest Howling Werewolf 1/6 scale figure. It's a different kind of stand, and it's perfect for this because of the tail. It's a bit unsightly with the white bits on there, but maybe I don't know, maybe if I paint them black it wouldn't be so obvious. Not sure, but that will be the stand I'm using for Pumpkinhead for now. But I definitely recommend you try and find yourself a good stand for the figure. Keep him safe. He's sturdy, but anything with joints and this tall and lanky, I would be careful. Get yourself a nice stand for the piece. Or possibly like the base I'm actually using with the Howling Werewolf at the moment. One of those old Hot Toys dynamic stands with the bendable rod. That could work too. You can't even really see that in amongst Eddie's fur. But yeah, anything that you really cherish that doesn't come with a stand, make sure you get one somewhere. Now that he's got a little stand keeping him up, I feel safer doing things like leaning in, really aggressive kind of poses like this. He's walking and leaning in, just kind of intimidating the person that he's walking towards. They know their time's up, but Pumpkinhead wants to savor the moment. Now with the stand you can even have him kind of reaching in, even though there's a lot of weight at the front where usually you tip forward. He's good and secure now. Oh, he's not. No, he's not. You gotta be careful, folks, even with a stand. He's alright. I knew he'd be okay, that's why I didn't reach for him. He's tough, he can take it. Oh well. Well, it was a nice pose while it lasted. I love that scene in there's a couple of really oh man, they're all coming to me. There's a scene where they're talking in the cabin and you see Pumpkinhead walking past the window. Really creepy. And there's another moment where they are trying to get someone out of the cabin and Pumpkinhead just appears in the doorway, just his head. It's just the way it's shot. And it's all so incredible, all the practical effects. the moment where the kid's hiding in the closet and Pumpkinhead just suddenly opens it up again and looks right at him. Oh man, it's that horrible hide and seek moment where something terrible is looking for you. The worst nightmare, the way it looks at him when it finds him. It's just a really classic horror movie, man. It's making me want to watch it again. I always end up gravitating towards the closed mouth. I can't help it. Just something about it, man. And they've really captured the attitude of Pumpkinhead in all three head sculpts, but this one especially, just like that 1/12 scale statue I have. I ended up using the same type of head sculpt with that one. Just always end up going for the closed mouth. Something about it. But all over the sculpt, man, is really, really excellent. The only real, I mean, it's a jointed action figure. It's supposed to be posable, so you're going to have joints that are visible. But I think they've done a really good job. You know, certain poses, it takes a while before you notice a joint. Like once we get to where the legs attach, maybe that's also where the shadows are falling because of the lighting situation. Light's coming from above, so it's going to make the shadow in the joint area more obvious. But that's all jibber jabber. You know, I like to have them as tall as possible. I think it makes them look as creepy as I can, but you can probably hide those second knees by just putting the legs in the correct position to conceal those joints. Which I'll try next. This looks spooky. Just got a red light coming from below with just some minimal lighting on the sides. That looks straight out of hell. The expression as well. It's inevitable. Nothing you can do. He's coming. Oh yeah, Big Bang Theory fans. Did you know, you probably did, that Amy Farrah Fowler's character, when she was young, she was in Pumpkinhead. She was one of the kids in the back of the truck when they're teasing the other kid about Pumpkinhead, Pumpkinhead. She's one of them. Nuts. Anyway, this looks sick, so I'm going to just linger on it for a moment. Again, the closed mouth. Scream and sass. It's a sassy head sculpt. I love the design of Pumpkinhead. Check out the detail around those lips. Very, very nicely done. Just get up close here. I love it, man. I think it's pretty much a perfect representation of Stan Winston and his team's creation, you know, the passion project. Definitely one of my favorite horror movies. Something special about it. Okay, now I've got the legs in a position that conceals those joints on the knees, so you don't really even see them anymore. That's pretty much how the legs are supposed to be for a Pumpkinhead kind of moving forward pose. And for something that's an action figure and fully posable, they've done a really good job concealing them. I know you can see them. I'm not going to say it looks seamless or anything, but you know, they've done a really good job. You can tell they put a lot of thought into it. Really fantastic sculpt, great proportions, excellent paint, and a good range of movement. Overall, I really don't have any complaints. Just one observation really. Where the tail attaches onto his butt, there's this kind of section where the tail ends. That's part of the tail. I'm talking about this bit here. That little strip there. I've tried to push it in to the socket as much as possible, and I'm pretty sure I have got it on all the way, but I may not have. But there's a bit of a weird transition there, just visually. Even if I did have it pushed in a bit more, you'd still see it. But overall, the bendy wire in the tail is very good. Pretty damn good. I like the tail. Really does seem to be all the way on there, but it does give you a lot of range of motion. Maybe that's why. I don't know. He is able to lift his arm up all the way. It's just a matter of working with the shoulder joint. So, really good range of motion in the arms too. Okay everyone, final thoughts and a score out of 10. Final thoughts are, this is an incredible representation of Pumpkinhead in 1/6 scale. I mean, it's pretty much perfect. You can imagine if Hot Toys made this, if they were into this kind of character, they'd probably make the body out of rubber, and that would have an expiry date, a shelf life, whereas this is tough, solid plastic. It's going to last forever. It's a beautiful sculpt, great articulation, wonderful paint, 3 different head sculpts in a beautiful box, and the cross and the hand to hold it. Man, I mean, it doesn't come with a stand, it kind of needs one. So I give it a 9.5, just keeping it real. Like it's a 10 as far as I'm concerned. They've done an amazing job with this. Don't think they could have done any better with the figure itself. It is truly, truly awesome. All 3 head sculpts are completely knocked out of the park. But could have done with a little stand just to make sure he doesn't ever fall over. That's something you'll have to take care of yourself. So a 9.5. Bordering on masterpiece figure. I mean, it kind of is. Just, you know, I'm trying to be as objective as possible because I'm doing the review and I don't want you guys saying, oh, he's just giving it a 10 because, you know, the company sent it for a review. It's literally a case of I've got an amazing figure in front of me. I've got a lot of love attached to this character, and I think genuinely they've done an amazing job. True justice has been done to Pumpkinhead here in 1/6 scale. I've waited for it for so long, I know you have too, and I really think that this is the one to get. An amazing job by Syndicate Collectibles, and thanks very much to them for agreeing to let me do the review. I did contact them when I knew they were making this just to see if I could possibly get you guys an early review, and they were very nice. So thank you to them, and very well done to all of them for this masterpiece figure. Drop a like on it, folks. share it around, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at D9333. Hope you're having a great October. More videos coming soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.
you.